Hello everyone, my name is Hunter Yes Hunter No, and welcome back to the Poggies SMP Season 2, Episode 6. Welcome back. It's been a bit since I've last been on, or rather, it's been a bit since I've last done a video. In fact, I've actually been on a ton. I've done some mining, I've done some building, I've done some crafting, but there's a couple of important things I need to show off. Last time we were on, we of course built that shop for Avery, and then I built this. These pathways. So, you know, as cool as the spawn point in the valley and everything is, it's getting a little bit annoying running up and down these hills all the time, especially when the hills are so jagged. So, I instead, just to get to my base, this is all that I did. It's just these two bridges, but I've connected a couple of these hills via these lovely bridges just to get over to my house. And it's really cool. It goes from the spawn campfire, it goes over this rock, which was previously, I mean, you couldn't get to the top of that without, like, you know, placing blocks and stuff. You couldn't just walk up there. So now this little chunk here has a purpose. So yeah, I built this, and it ate up all of my mangrove, and I think all of my bamboo. It took a lot of materials to build this, I'm not gonna lie. But the good news is of course, that we built that wood shop for Avery, meaning we can get these materials back really easily just by heading over there. So we might have to do that later. The other thing that I've been working on is back here. That's right, we have got a bee farm now, and it is currently completely functional. And boy, let me tell you, getting it to be completely functional was a pain in the butt. So, here's how it currently works, right? We've got a minecart track down there. You can see it runs past, it goes, and it collects honeycomb from each of the moss blocks there. You should see these honeycomb disappearing. There you go, see? And if we check right here, honeycomb is going to be dispensed in here any second. See? Honeycomb gathering over here. But on top of that, literally on top of that, there's this water stream that is pushing, well, most of the honeycomb. Why are some of these stuck in blocks? I don't know, it's still not a perfect system. This farm was designed completely by me, on the fly, and let me tell you, when I say I'm bad at redstone, I mean it. I'm not great at redstone. Designing this farm is actually a pain in the butt. So the way it works is with the minecart down there is pucking everything up, it also has a detector rail right there. And this detector rail turns off all those torches and turns back on, which then in turn fires all of the dispensers. Any of the beehives that have honey in them, it gets sheared and turned into honeycomb and dispensed in this chest right here. That's all pretty obvious. But it wasn't so obvious for me. Putting this farm together took 3 different phases. First, I installed the dispensers on top, not the bottom, thinking that it would just fire down, and then all the honeycomb would fire downward and just be picked up by the minecart underneath. Well, that didn't work. A bunch of the honeycomb was firing up into the top of the block, because bedrock is quirky and silly like that. And so that's why I actually ended up creating this water stream thing. But when I created the water stream, that meant I couldn't put the dispensers up here, so I had to put the dispensers underneath. And when I did that, what I originally did was I had a big chunk of target blocks directly beneath every single dispenser, followed by a bunch of redstone to power each of them. And the problem with that is that only left a little bit of the room for the minecart, and the minecart was only picking up items that had fallen on the flower row there. The row between the hive and the flowers there, it was not picking up at all, and so tons of honeycomb were falling there, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's a problem too. So I had to completely revamp the redstone. It took me a really long time to figure this out, and that's again because I was doing this completely of my own design. So this farm, to the best of my knowledge, is my own design, with the water on top and the dispensers on the bottom. I don't, you know, if this farm looks super similar to another design that is online, then feel free to let me know in the comments. But additionally, let me know in the comments if you want a tutorial on this farm, because while it's still not perfect, I am admittedly, see, great example right there, the honeycomb fired through the roof. Anyways, I'm still working out some of the kinks. I don't know why some of the honeycomb's getting stuck inside blocks there, but I'll figure that out and let you know. Oh. And apparently I got a honeycomb from the hoppers? I don't know. Again, it's not perfect, but that's also because bedrock is just silly like that. If you do want to see a tutorial for this farm, let me know. I'd be happy to make a tutorial, and yeah, that'd be fun. I haven't made any redstone farm tutorials. Anyways, you might also notice that there is a big fat gap here. That is because I have another farm to build, and this time I'm using a tutorial. I'm not designing a farm like this on the fly. I don't even know how to design a farm like this on the fly. Anyways, I barely knew what I was doing with the bees, and I have messed with bees every single season I've played Minecraft. Yeah, we got a hole here. We've got another farm design. Before I get into that, go ahead, check out this clip that I'm about to display. Some very important stuff happened on the SMP in between all of the madness I was having with these bees. A very important person showed up. So I'm just wandering along the beaches here. I'm planning out areas for building later on, and there's a There's a structure over there. And I don't recognize this place, so I'm gonna go see what this is. It's like there's like a tent and stuff. Is that the Inferno agent?
Hello. I've been so lonely.
You look like a mess, dude. Is this?
Oh wait, hold on. Ah, what'd I do? There we go.
Oh, you're
Hi.
clapping. Does that hurt your arm? You got a little something going on with your arm there.
There's too many planks. I'm
You
stoned.
look like a nightmare. This is where you've been. How long have you been here? What happened? Is this your? This is your ship from season 1, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's a wandering trader here. That's how long you've been here. Jeez. I'm sorry. The fudge?
I found the horn.
Wait, you found a horn? Or is that?
And I have plenty more things.
You have more Oh, down here in your ship. Oh boy. You said you were gonna go on a journey of like self-discovery and garbage like that. What are you doing here? Did you find anything? Did you find yourself?
I found a rock.
You found season 2. That's what you did, buddy. You've made it. You're here. Hey, look, a bad guy.
I also found a ground.
Yeah, I got you.
I went exploring for true happiness, and you know where it brought me? Season 2.
You were exploring. So the true happiness is the friends you made along the way.
I also just have nothing else to do, so I'm back. Let's do this.
Okay, alright, cool. Well, hey, welcome back. Yeah. Okay, this is this is an impressive crash, by the way. What happened?
Well, you know, I forgot there's many things, like I had to deal with water. And I had to deal with ground, and you know, at one point I came across an Elder Guardian.
Oh, now that I believe. That I can believe, yeah.
And I just looked over, I was like, you know, I think I'm going to crash land in that very soft piece of sand over there. I missed.
So you made camp out of what? You made your sail into a tent and you've been living here?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I discovered how to make chairs.
Nice, yes, chairs, the best mod in this server. I should have brought a chair. Okay, wait, so...
yeah.
Sorry, no, gifts. Where'd you say the gifts were? Down in this chest? Oh!
Yes.
Oh, there's stuff here. Wait. Do you... Who's it for? Who's what... Is it for me? Is that all for me?
I believe... No, I believe I have a little manifest in here. I don't know, I hit my head a few times. I should have brought a helmet.
You...
Ah, yes, right here.
Oh, okay, alright. What's for me? What's for me?
Let's see. I obviously brought the go horn.
Of course.
Leffel, I got Cole because, you know...
Oh,
Samantha.
yeah. Cause
Riley,
Cole...
arrows, because obviously he's the best arrow man here.
Yes, he's the Hawkeye.
And because, you know, she likes flowers, I brought the egg.
Oh, this is different.
Joey,
yeah.
yellow.
Joey
Avery,
Yellow.
I brought TNT because, you know, he likes to blow stuff up. How is Avery? Is he alive?
Avery's alive, yeah, no, you brought Avery explosives. The thing that killed him last season, you brought.
Perfect. Reincarnation, that's always good. Tristan, I brought a copper golem. He's a little stiff.
Oh, yeah.
Saltwater, sea air.
Oh, is that one of the ones from his platform?
Absolutely.
Nice, okay.
I just kind of looked and went, you're going home with me, and we took off. I needed a first mate.
Nice.
He
didn't last very long.
No, in fact, the ship started tipping over, so I threw him in the middle of the ship.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's fair. Other than the fact that it's flooded now.
Alex, you know what I brought? I brought the bucket. I've used that bucket many times. There's a hole in it.
Okay. Oh. And so this one is... Oh. You brought this back.
I believe that's for you.
This is the thing you gave me after your other journey last season, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold on to that. You know what? I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna keep it in my inventory for the rest of the season because I'm so happy to see you.
I think that's a good idea. You should not let anything happen to that. Yep, and I was only at sea, nowhere else. Ignore the burn damage.
The burn damage. Oh. Okay. Well, hey, you're a bit of a ways out from spawn. Do you want to go see where everyone else is living?
Absolutely. Let me grab my stuff.
And so Dakota and I headed back to the valley where the rest of the Poggies live. No one else was online, so I simply showed Dakota the place, and, well, he said he would pick a place to live fairly soon, although that did not happen. Not while we were hanging out this day. But Dakota's back. The Inferno agent has returned to the Poggies SMP, and we are happy to have him back. Alright then, and our moss, well really it's not so much a moss generator, it's a bone meal generator. This is going to be huge, because bone meal is such a pain to get if you don't have, like, a really good resource for it. You can get, like, a skeleton grinder, sure, but, like, is that really fun? And look at this. I set it up so that there was partial moss, and then I just realized I had so much moss that I didn't need to keep any of that. So I've made it completely a bone meal generator. I mean, look at how fast this thing's going. Okay, it doesn't look like it's going that fast now. So what I'm currently doing is I am taking every ounce of bone meal that I get out of the system, and I'm just putting it back into the system. So it's not a big deal to me if, like, for a while, I'm not trying to sell this moss immediately, nor am I trying to sell the bone meal immediately. But if I have this as a resource just always ready to go, I can be the bone meal king. I can be the king of the bone meal, and everyone needs bone meal. Avery will need bone meal down there for his farm. Maybe we can work out a deal. Everybody needs bone meal when they're trying to, like, grow a couple of trees, or just, you know, they just need a little bit of bone meal. Everyone needs just a little bit of bone meal. So I've obviously encased it in another spruce shell, kind of the same way I did my bee farm there. This farm is designed by... Oh! Sorry about that. Wow. This farm is designed by a Mr. Silent Whisperer over on YouTube. It is his moss farm tutorial. It's super easy. I've linked to it down in the description below. And it's just a really good bedrock moss farm. There's no other way to explain it. I did make a couple minor adjustments, very small things, like one of his suggestions is to move the activation lever out, as well as the hopper clock back here, the Etho hopper clock. His runs on 5 blocks, mine runs on 8, just to prevent lag and just to kind of keep it going at a little bit of a steadier pace. I don't know how to explain it. Just like it felt like it was moving too fast. You know, getting up close and personal with the farm here, it's perfectly safe. It's fun to watch. This is a really good farm design. I don't know exactly how this whole part works with the, like, pushing all of the bone meal down and forward using droppers. I don't get all of that because, again, I'm not a redstoner, as we've already established in this video, but that still is it's a good little system. And the entire time I've been working on this, I've also, of course, been in this area with my bee farm going, and we have quite a bit of honeycomb. I mean, that's more than a chest. That's more than a chest right there. So, I'm going to take one of these stacks, and we're going to go head down into our house over here. Head down into my house, because I keep right-clicking these signs, and that is really annoying. So, everything that doesn't have an X on it, and, you know, I'm pretty set on what's going to be in there, we're just going to go ahead and gloop it up with some honeycomb, so that I don't accidentally keep editing it. Alright, see, that didn't even take a full stack of honeycomb. I have so much honeycomb. Now, what am I going to do with this honeycomb? Well, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't have a very clear idea. See, the big, number one is to sell it, which is absolutely fine. But the problem is like, what's the big things that honeycomb are used for? For waxing, for honeycomb blocks, and for candles. And the problem with the candles side is, well, we live on top of 4 ancient cities, and candles spawn and those things out the wazoo. So, I don't know if it's gonna be worth selling candles. Maybe selling specific colors of candles. As soon as I said that, actually, that makes a lot of sense. Sell, like, blue candles, red candles, orange candles. Because all the candles down in the ancient cities are, like, white and, like, you know, default. So, the big thing that I want it for is for waxing copper. I have big plans to use a lot of copper coming up in the season, so I will be using it for all of that, of course. Oh, this thing works like a dream. This thing genuinely works like a dream. So, I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep dispensing all of it. Yeah, we get, like, the one odd block every so often. I don't know if there's a way to perfect that. I mean, even my bee farm, my design, is not perfect either, so... But that's to be expected, because I'm not a redstoner. The guy who made this farm is decidedly a redstoner, so... I don't know what to think about that issue, but we'll come back to it later. I'm just going to kind of let this farm run for a while, see how much bone meal we can get, and then we will set up a shop of some kind soon. The other thing, though, is it's getting pretty close time to acknowledge what this tunnel is supposed to be and what the rest of my Season 2 is going to look like. But for now, I think that's a pretty good place to leave it, because we've got this really sick bone meal generator, this really sick honeycomb generator. This has been a farming day for me. It has been, oh, so much farming. And just as an extra touch now, as you can see here, I have gone ahead, I've used a little bit of quartz plus the snow, kind of blending it all together. Now we've got a nice snowy pathway up to both of our farms. We've got this little area over here. Just realized I knocked off a torch. Let me put that back up, because monster spawns are literally the most terrifying thing right now. If a creeper walks up and any of this gets damaged, I will cry. I will probably just quit the server and just cry for a while. So yeah, I've gone ahead. I've made it easily accessible, and I think that looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. Usually when you find an abandoned shipwreck, you don't expect to find a player there, but, you know, here we are, Dakota shipwreck, and, yeah, this was not expected at all. This was the ship he sailed off from us in Season 1, the very last day, which, of course, if you've seen that YouTube video, well, that's impressive, because I haven't released it at the time of this recording, but... You know, there's not a lot to explain. Dakota sailed off on a boat at the end of Season 1, leaving us all behind, and that was pretty cool. And so him coming back on that very same boat is a very nice detail, you know, good on him and all that. But, all that being said, you know, it's been one of those weird days. It's been a shorter episode, I know, and I'm sorry about that, but just most of my time in this episode was put into getting those stupid farms working, or just figuring out how to build them in the first place. So, I hope you've enjoyed at least. There's a lot more fun stuff coming, and of course, Season 1 is still going on in the background. If you're keeping up with Season 1, make sure to go, you know, keep an eye out for the episodes I've been releasing at the same time as Season 2. Anyways, this is Hunter Yes Hunter No signing off. Good night.